You are using your current experience of fear to evolve. That is a message that seems like it's for today when we look at our world, but actually, I received it 2 years ago. You received it August 27th of 2020. I'm going to read it in a bit, but I want to tell you why I decided to do this video and move beyond my fear and evolve, because I receive information all the time. As you know, I'm an intuitive empowerment life purpose coach, and the reason I say that is because I know everyone has this life purpose. It takes a while for me to see that intuitive side within my own life, but I can see it with others so quickly, and many of you already know that. But certain things were little uncomfortable for me to speak about because I didn't have that proof. It's just like with my clients. They feel they have this something that they're supposed to do, but then there's this doubt that comes along. No, it's not me. I'm not supposed to do it. And I see that all the time. And so I can talk them, I can move them through that, because we always need a little bit of help and support. And that's why we go to coaches and mentors and all that. But for the coaches and mentors, sometimes for us, it becomes a little more challenging. And we know that. We know that. We actually know that every person is going to move to another place in their lives as they live. They evolve. We evolve, and you discover more of who you are, more of that innate ability or talent that you have. And so that happens for absolutely everyone when we stop, unless we stop looking or unless we stop moving to that next place. And a lot of times people will do that as well. We all are born with equal talents and abilities, but we don't always utilize them, and we don't always make the effort to go and get them and access them. And that's just what happens. And I have been so guilty of that, but I kept going, I kept doing it, regardless, because there was something else that I knew that I was meant to do. Today, I saw that Madeleine Albright died, and it struck something in me, because she was the first here in the United States. She was the first female Secretary of State. We evolve slowly as individuals and then collectively as the race, as the human race, because why would it have taken this long for a woman to be placed in that position? Then the other thing that I saw today, we had for the first time a black woman being in the United States again, being going through a confirmation kind of hearing and all that for the Supreme Court. That's never happened. What I'm saying is that we go through progressions in our world and in society, and we're moving through one right now. That's what's happening, and that's why a lot of us have fear, because it's uncertain. We don't know where we're going. I Then the other thing that happened, I saw those things, and I was just moved by Madeleine Albright, because I remember her history. See, she predicted exactly what's going on right now. She knew. She said this was what would happen to Putin if he invades Ukraine. She knew all of that, so she had this sense about her, which is why she was so iconic as a leader. And as a woman, she didn't hold back. She said what she wanted to say, and that's what made the difference. And so what we're each being asked to do now is to develop more courage to believe in who we are. That's what this is. That's what the fear is. That's why we feel the fear, because we don't believe we can handle what's coming, or we don't know what's coming. That's what's happening. But when I saw all of those things, I thought, I have to talk about this, because then right after that, I saw Joe Biden get off the plane in Europe. He's going to, I guess there's a NATO thing happening today. And so he's going there. And I'm seeing all these things conflated, being put together. And I said, okay, I must talk about this, because it will help you. I'm just going to read this. You will take from it what is right for you, because I know that there is something in here that is right for you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to it. So I'll just read it. And let me put on my glasses so I don't have to strain. Okay, again, like I said, it was August 27th. And it said, you are using your current experience of fear to evolve. Yes, you are using your current experience of fear to evolve. We are speaking to you individually, the world at large, and the United States in particular. You might wonder how we know what we know, that we know it is you who is doing that. And unlike you, we know that you are never that you never end up in accidental places. And if you were not meant to read or hear this message, you wouldn't do so. It is challenging for many to accept this, for you have spent significant portions of your life denying who you are, or that you have guidance. First of all, it might ease your fears if we tell you how it all turns out. You will evolve, recognize and own your gifts, become abundant, and come to love and accept yourself more. We know this because you have done it before. So the only question you have to answer is how long you will allow that to take. The current times of your world are urging you to answer that question. Most times, you resist the information, and that causes physical illness, depression, and lack. Roger felt his resistance yesterday and convinced himself he might be sick, which at the same time he knew that wasn't the case, just like you have done when you have recognized your distractions. Now, this is the part that I had to come to. We said the United States would lead the way in its restructuring, which you will witness more of tonight. You are asking one question of yourself, the world, and specifically the United States. That question is, do I choose love or fear? We have given this message to Roger for decades, but these current conditions allow him to understand and accept it, as will you eventually. And then again, it led me back to messages I've received forever, and you must understand, we feel that we're not as significant to the world at times, but that's never true. We are each equally significant if we were to do what we came to the earth to do, what we were born to do, which is to own ourselves and love ourselves. And the message that they kept repeating and giving to me was this. While it may seem to you at times that you have many different choices to make when presented with a situation, circumstance, or event in your life, but the fact is you only have two choices, and those are love or fear. We are not referring to an outside relationship, a relationship outside of yourself. It is merely referring to the choices you make regarding you. You choose love when you decide to be who you are precisely, and you choose fear when you attempt to hide or discount who you are. Yeah, I did that part. I hit a bit of it. And I know. We all do that to a degree. And I have said, and in my programs, I had this process I take you through, said, what are you hiding? See, because when you acknowledge what you've been hiding, it's probably you're going to find something really great in there, something that you were meant to work through to bring back to the world and cause the world to evolve. And as I went through some of these messages, I must tell you, there were so many more that were given a couple years ago that we're talking to this time right now. And I know that we could all change that if we decided to just love ourselves. That's the part we don't get. If we just decided to do what we felt, own who we are, stop listening to the voices of others who are telling us we shouldn't be who we are, the world would change. The only reason we have conflicts is because we've have systemic beliefs in inferiority. Each of us, every single person, because there's always another level for you to move to. I mean, I'm talking about, you may think that successful people have it all together. That's not true, because the money and all that stuff does not cause your soul to be healed, to know that you are doing the work that you were born to do. I hope this helps you. I know it will if you listen to it again, and you will be fine. We'll get through this.